Hello, my dear fellow travelers on the quest for truth. I am Socrates, and today I invite you to a deep introspection, to a question that, if honestly answered, can change the course of your existence, wherever the human mind dwells. Are you truly free, or do you merely delude yourselves with the idea of freedom? This is a crucial inquiry we rarely ask ourselves, yet it holds the key to inner peace and true autonomy. Many of you vehemently proclaim your freedom. You assert that you are free to come and go, to choose your professions, to express your opinions in public squares and homes. But allow me to ask, is this true freedom? Or is it merely the freedom of a bird within a large cage, however spacious, well-adorned, and abundant with food? Authentic freedom, my friends, does not reside in the external choices the world offers you, but in the internal condition of your being, in the mastery over your own soul. Observe your daily actions with attention and honesty. How many of them are dictated by unconscious habits, by unbridled impulses that drag you along without your consent, by ancient fears that imprison you, or by an insatiable desire for others' approval, which makes you mold your behavior to their whims? If your choices are mere reactions to external stimuli, can you truly consider yourselves free? Freedom begins where compulsion ends, and mastery over oneself begins. The truly free person is not one who does whatever they want, but one who wants what they do. They are not dragged along by passions, nor coerced by the opinions of the majority. Their actions emanate from a center of reason and virtue, from a conscious and deliberate choice. They understand that they cannot control the wind or the tide, but they can adjust the sails of their own ship, guiding it with wisdom, regardless of the storms that life may present. You incessantly worry about external matters, city politics, the global economy, currency fluctuations, public opinion on social media. You dedicate your energies to accumulating wealth, seeking recognition, and pursuing fleeting pleasures that, once attained, quickly lose their luster and leave you with an even greater emptiness. But tell me, what good is it to gain the whole world, to accumulate fortunes and applause, if, at the end of the journey, you lose your own soul, inner peace, and the sanity of your mind? What is the value of displaying power and glory in the eyes of others if, in the depths of your being, emptiness, dissatisfaction, and anguish reign? The true treasure, my friends, is not found in material possessions that can be stolen or consumed by time, but in the inexhaustible richness of the spirit, in virtue and self-knowledge, which can only be discovered through courageous introspection and constant self-examination. This is the wealth no one can take from you. The Temple of Delphi, home of the oracle and source of profound ancient wisdom, bore a profound and wise inscription: "Know thyself." This was not a mere exhortation or a superficial piece of advice, but a master key capable of unlocking the deepest mysteries of human existence. By delving into the depths of our own being, in an exercise of continuous self-analysis, we discover not only our limitations, weaknesses, and shadows, but also our intrinsic virtues and limitless potentialities. We recognize the hidden roots of our fears and desires, the often unconscious motivations that drive our actions and reactions. And only through this intimate knowledge, this clarity about who we truly are, can we aspire to self-mastery, true autonomy, and that genuine freedom that cannot be granted or taken away by external circumstances. It is the mastery over the self that liberates you. Most people, my dear ones, fear looking into the mirror of their own consciousness. They fear confronting their inner truth. They prefer to distract themselves incessantly with the noises and temptations of the external world, to flee from encountering their own imperfections and contradictions. But this escape is a futile illusion, for self-ignorance does not eliminate problems or the soul's pains. It merely perpetuates them, making them grow in the shadows. The shadows we avoid confronting continue to haunt us, subtly influencing our choices and clouding our judgment. The courage to know oneself, to confront oneself is the first and most crucial step towards healing the soul and achieving serenity. I dedicated my life to walking the streets of Athens, questioning my fellow citizens, urging them to reflect through the Socratic method, a way of giving birth to knowledge. My supreme goal was not to transmit dogmatic knowledge, imposed from without, but to awaken in each individual the innate capacity to give birth to their own truths, to discover for themselves the unshakable foundations of a virtuous life and ethical conduct. For the wisdom that emanates from within, born of honest and persistent self-inquiry, is far more valuable, authentic, and lasting than that which is merely absorbed from external sources. I observe with profound sadness the superficiality that dominates much of human existence. People worry more about external appearance than internal essence, more about having than being, more about others' opinions than the voice of their own conscience. They judge one another by external and empty criteria, such as material wealth, social position, or physical beauty, ignoring the invaluable inner richness that resides in every soul. But true nobility, arete, or moral excellence lies not in titles or possessions, but in virtue and profound self-knowledge. Do you believe you are free because you can choose among different pleasures and distractions that the market offers you? You are mistaken. True freedom lies in self-mastery, in the ability to govern your own passions and impulses, to act according to reason and virtue, even when your natural inclinations pull you in another direction. And this self-mastery, this true autonomy, is only possible through a deep understanding of your own inclinations, weaknesses, and strengths. One who is a slave to their desires can never be truly free, but will always be at the mercy of circumstances. The pursuit of self-knowledge is not an easy task, nor a path for cowards. It requires brutal honesty with oneself, the courage to confront one's own shadows and uncomfortable truths, and the unwavering perseverance to overcome the internal resistances that the egoic mind creates to keep you in the comfort zone of ignorance. But the fruits of this pursuit, my friends, are invaluable. Clarity of purpose, genuine inner peace, the ability to make wise decisions, and to live an authentic life in deep congruence with your true rational nature. Do not delude yourselves with the deceptive idea that self-knowledge is a destination to be reached once and for all, like a finish line. It is, rather, a continuous and endless journey, an incessant and lifelong dialogue with oneself. With each new experience that life offers you, each new challenge that arises on your path, new opportunities present themselves to deepen the understanding of your own being. One who ceases to question themselves, who ceases to inquire about their own existence and motivations, also ceases to grow and to evolve in wisdom. The overwhelming influence of others, of society, and of social conventions can subtly divert us from the path of self-knowledge. We are constantly bombarded by others' opinions, by idealized models, and by expectations that do not always correspond to our true nature and purpose. It is necessary to cultivate a sharp ability to discern, to question established norms, to critically analyze what is imposed upon you, and to seek persistently your own authentic inner voice. True authenticity is born from the courage to be who you truly are, rather than trying to fit into predefined molds. The art of introspection, silent meditation, and profound reflection are valuable and indispensable tools on the journey of self-knowledge. By moving away from the turmoil of the external world, its distractions and incessant noises, and turning inward, we can hear the subtle, yet persistent voice of our consciousness. It is this voice that infallibly guides us towards truth and virtue. Cultivating daily moments of silence and contemplation is a fundamental investment in our spiritual well-being, our mental peace, and our continuous evolution. Philosophy, my friends, is not merely a set of abstract and complex theories to be memorized, but a way of life, a constant practice of self-inquiry, incessant questioning, and tireless pursuit of wisdom. Through the dialectical method, critical analysis, and honest dialogue, both with others and with oneself, we can unravel the illusions that imprison us and draw closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the vast world around us, revealing the order and beauty behind apparent chaos. Do not fear the solitude of introspection, for it is there that we can find the most valuable and true company, that of our own soul, that of our divine reason. By knowing ourselves deeply, we learn to love and accept ourselves with all our imperfections, with all our humanities. This genuine self-acceptance is the solid foundation upon which we can build more authentic and healthy relationships with others, and ultimately, a fuller, happier, and truly free life. Humanity's greatest error, I repeat vehemently, is living without self-knowledge. It is like trying to build a magnificent house on unstable and shifting foundations, doomed to inevitable collapse. Self-knowledge is the solid and unshakable foundation upon which we can build a virtuous, meaningful, and truly happy life. It is the light of reason that dispels the darkness of ignorance and guides us firmly towards truth, freedom, and eudaimonia. May the search for truth always guide you.